Hi everyone, it's Don, and today we're going to talk about what's in the news all this week in the cruise industry, and that's coming up right after this. First story in the news this week is from Disney Cruise Lines and the Disney Magic, and it is bringing out Rapunzel's Royal Table, and it's a combination dinner and show. And if you know Disney, they are fantastic at organizing these kind of events on the ships, and the kids just are enthralled with these kind of shows. So it just gives one more reason to sail on Disney Cruise Lines, and if you have kids and you've been thinking about it, the Rapunzel's Royal Table might just tip that scale and might just say to yourself, it's worth the extra cost for sailing on a Disney ship. Next story is out of Royal Caribbean, and they're talking about their ultimate family suite on the Symphony of the Seas. And the Symphony of the Seas Ultimate Family Suite is really fantastic if you will have a family of any kind. It's 2 stories, 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom. It has a slide from the kids' bedroom down into the living room. It has climbing walls. It has Lego platforms. It has 2 big screen TVs. It has a whirlpool tub. It's over 1,000 square feet. It's just great. The only downside on it is there's only one on the entire fleet, and it's a minimum of $30,000 for a week cruise. And when I say minimum, that's exactly what I mean. For instance, this Christmas, they reported that they've sold a 7-day cruise during the Christmas season for $85,000 for that suite for 1 week. So yes, it's really, really pricey. So the big news coming out of this is they're now looking at making a more affordable version of their ultimate family suite. I guess they'll just call it the family suite then. But they're looking at bringing it and putting it on other ships, depending on the feedback they get about people who sail in the ultimate family suite. And you know, what is the good things that they have, what are things that they would like to have seen instead. And then they're going to design a lesser, more affordable version of that room. And hopefully it's still, you know, it's not $15,000, because, you know, even the half price, $15,000 is an awful lot of money for a stateroom. I can book 5 balconies for that cost on some cruise lines. Speaking of the Symphony of the Seas, Royal Caribbean has officially taken possession of her, and she's actually doing a sailing right now with different representatives from the cruise industry and showing off the ship. And Carnival Cruise Line has finally taken possession of the Carnival Horizon as well. So those two new ships are going for full sailing shortly, and they are finally in the actual hands of the cruise lines and not in the hands of the builders. And the last story is really a fun story and a good news story, especially if you've lived in Prospect, Virginia. There lately have been plastered all over the place saying, "Hey Prospect, do you know Darian?" And they're looking for a gentleman named Darian Lipscomb. And what they're looking for him for is because he has had the Snapchat handle Carnival Cruise. So when you start typing in Carnival Cruise, what you get, even halfway through, you'll see Darian at Carnival Cruise. So they wanted that handle for themselves. So they finally reached him and contacted him, and they met him, and they negotiated a deal with him to give up his handle, and he will receive $5,000 cruise for him and his family with some very personalized items and gifts all during the cruise, every day of the cruise. So what I really like about this story is you often hear when something like this happens that the person gets greedy and holds out for millions of dollars, and they want this and they want that, or a lifetime worth of cruises. But Darian is a fan of Carnival Cruise Line, and that's why he took the handle to begin with. And to him, this was just great, and he was thrilled to give it up. Carnival Cruise Line gets a devoted fan. Good news story. They get their handle. They're offering a free cruise. everybody wins. Nobody was greedy, and my hat's off to Darian. I'm thrilled by this, and I really hope some of those gifts are outstanding at Carnival, and I'm quite sure they're going to be fantastic. So I wonder how many people out there right now are jumping on Snapchat trying to book Royal Caribbean as their handle or Princess Cruise Lines. Well, good luck, because yeah, they're probably already taken after this news story has already broken. So that's it for the last week in March, and that's all the news that I had this week in cruise news. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more cruise news and more vlogs and more cruise tips, don't forget, hit that subscribe button. And until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.